Right then folks, how we doing? So it's homebrew time. Boom, all the lights on. Is that better with it off? Better with off, isn't it? Right, so the homebrew, yes, we're going to make this up. St. Peter's Cream Stout, we're going to make that. I'm going to do this, it's going to be a really quick sort of style of how I would do it if I'm not really explaining too much, so just bear with me folks. We have that. We have that. That's what we're going to ferment the beer in. And we're going to use the kettle. I'm not going to boil anything up this time, we're basically going to use the kettle. So let's go. Right, so in this box we have 2 cans of malt. No sugar is required for this because we have 2 cans of malt. If I had 1 can of malt, they would need 1 kilogram of sugar because the yeast eats the sugar and that's what makes the alcohol, folks. How mad. Golden hop powder of the yeast. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm basically, this has not been cleaned, so this is dirty still. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting that solution in and filling it up to 23 litres, 5 gallons, I'm going to put boiling water in from the kettle. I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to shake it with the stuff inside that I need sterilised. So watch this. Knock it on. Right, what have I got in it? I've got the lid that we're going to put on top of it. Inside there is that's what I use for the float thing at the top. Basically it's an air bubble, so no dirty germs get inside it. How mad can you get, folks? Yeah, the last video I done on this was really long and it was really in depth. I had 3 cameras going as well, and editing that was a bugger, I must admit. So this one's going to be much more lovely and smooth to edit, and we just whack it straight out. Remember, this is going on the chat room channel, folks. Right, kettle's boiled. Screws the Jim Jams. That's boiling like a good one, folks. Rocking and rolling. And we're just going to chuck it in there. That'll do. Look at that. Seal it. Yeah. You can hear there's a lot of pressure coming out of the little hole, but you can. But all that boiling water is sterilising the bucket. Boiling water does that. So what better way to sterilise your bucket than using 5 gallons of water, which costs a lot of money, unless you can use 1 inch of water, boiling water from the kettle, to sterilise it this way. I've done it in pressure barrels, but I don't recommend that because remember, pressure barrels are under pressure when the beer's in there and it might split it. With this it doesn't matter because what's going to happen there? You will get a bit of, it will go very soft and everything will start bowing and stuff like that, especially the lid, but the main base to it will be fine. Right, that's sterilised. We'll tip that in the sink. That's done. Oh, what I forgot, spoon. Don't forget your spoon, folks, you might need that. Chuck that in. Well, I was trying to make this one, I was trying to make this video a not very wet kitchen one. Nice. Chuck it away, dirty water. Don't overfill it, like last time. So this tray here, as you see, I've got this for a good idea. We're going to get our cans. We're just going to place them there. This is just an idea, folks. I don't know how it will come out, but we're going to boil up. Boil up some more water. Knock it on. We're going to put the boiling water into this tray so these cans can get a little bit softer, because inside this at the moment is, whoops, it's pure malt and it's really thick and all that stuff. So yeah, so these expire in 2022. And then we boil up. The kettle holds 1.5 litres of water, so we're going to boil up 2 full kettles and a little bit. That's going to give us the amount of water we need, amount of boiling water we need for the barrel. Because after that, then we top it up to the top up to 23 litres or 20 litres for this one, I think, to get the right temperature for putting the yeast in. That's what the boiling water stage is all about. Right, kettle's done. Pop that in there. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Might be a little bit of pressure in it, but anyway, it's not going to blow up. If you had it in a cook in a on the pan and it was boiling, might be a bit of a different story. But we just want to make these cans soft. It just is so much easier. So much easier. Right, that'll do. We'll leave that for a second, you know what I mean? Just let the heat take its toll, folks. So I look in the website for instructions. The box does come with instructions on the back, but on the side there, folks. Have a quick look if you want. That's the instructions for it there. They're probably easy to follow. I'll put the website up as well just to see what's happening. Details. Clean and sanitize your equipment, yep. Stand the cans, the 2 cans, in boiling water, or hot water rather, for 5 minutes. Pour the cans into your sterilising bucket, we're going to do that in a minute. And then add 3.5 litres of boiling water into the bucket with the malt. We're going to use some of that water to put in the cans to get the rest of the malt out, because that malt is golden gem, what can I say. And then top up with cold water up to 20.5 litres. Yeah, I did say 20, didn't I? It's about 35 pints. The normal kits are like 40, so. Right, yes, and then we add the hops. I thought that would have went in after, but that's fine. Add the hop sachet, then add the yeast, cover the thing, and then leave it to 4 to 6 days. Monitoring that temperature, folks. So yes, let's give these a turn. Yeah, I think this is a much better idea. I used to boil it up on the gas, didn't I? It just doesn't work. Right, let's put some water in a kettle and start boiling the water up. I should have said with this as well, tin opener, sterilise that as well. Some people do, some people don't. Craig Tube, amazing channel. I'll put it in the card above and the description. Check his channel out, folks. He's the guy that got me into homebrewing at the end of the day. Good guy. I'm going to bring the barrel down and let's crack one of these bad boys open. Hey, does it work? This way. Oh, that's better. Oh! Yeah, alright, there's a bit of pressure in there, folks. Did you see that? Pull it out. Yeah, it's still quite thick. But we'll be alright. Go crazy. Other side. I thought it would work both sides, but apparently it doesn't. So we don't need sugar for this beer. Just 2 cans of malt. You can buy 2 beer kits. You can buy 2, say, Cooper's Real Ale kits, and just use them and don't use sugar. I think it'll taste better as well. But if you just got 1 can, you need to add sugar, otherwise it would be very weak. Alright, that's done. It's still quite thick, but there, we gave it a go, folks. This is minimal, trying to minimise the clear up. Add some of this malt. I'll add it up here so you can see a bit clearer. Like. Yeah. That's 1 can. We're at both cans, and then we'll put the boiling water from that kettle into the cans and then stir it with a spoon that we sterilised, and then we'll put that can back into here with the hot water. Then it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So the idea is trying to keep on top of what temperatures you got. So that's it. It takes a while. It depends how hot you got these cans, folks. But Stout is my most favourite beer. I absolutely love it. Stouts and porters. Right, so that'll do for now. Pop that there. Add the next can. Pure malt. On the old lockdown, I've been watching a lot of Ali Law, Disco Boy. Absolutely love them. Their videos are so entertaining. I don't know what it is, folks. Some people hate them, some people love them. I love them. This is the trouble, is that you don't want to waste and you don't want to get it. You get this on the floor or the carpet, you're knackered. It's just, look at the thickness of that. Right, let's try and stop this. Put the can up there. All I'm using, folks, is just the kettle. For 2 of these kettles is 3 litres. Put all that in there. This is 1.5 litres in the kettle, so we need to do another 1.5 litres, boil that up to make 3, and then we'll put a little bit in to make it up to the 0.5. Let's go. 1.5 litres in there. Get your spoon. And let's give these things a stir. Let's get all that malt out. All this needs to... Well, when we tip it into the barrel, we can tip it over the lid to get all that malt off that. Look at that though. And don't get it on the carpet, this is thick. It's so thick, this stuff. You just put more in there, really. Need 2 hands for this, folks. Don't pick it up with the bare hands, Jesus. Chuck it in with the lid over that way. Look at that. And put a tiny bit more in there. That's done. It won't turn off sometimes, it's crazy. Put some more in there. I'll leave some out, we'll mix these ones up and then we'll chuck them in. Bloody hell, folks, getting it everywhere. Right, chuck that in there. Get the cloth. Whoops! Maybe bend that over a bit. That's it. God, this is boiling. Do it a bit slower. Try and... there you go, it's getting off a bit better there. Perhaps I've done it too fast last time. Yeah, that's good. And the can's clean. Nice and slow, folks. Yes, good. Now we're going to give that a good, smashing good stir. You can see, look at the thickness of that. All malt. We're going to stir this until it's all, or dissolved should I say, folks. Because there's no point, you can't have it where there's bits still in there. This has to be 100% dissolved before we start adding the cold water. Remember, the hot water's helping to dissolve it. No sugar has been added to this, just the 2 cans of malt. Do it nice and easy because you don't want this molten hot malt extract in your face. I've done it before, it hurts. It's pretty much all dissolved in. Look at the thickness of that. Look at that. Okay. Budweisers, folks. Jesus. So I've got it on a nice sturdy location. That's an all. So yeah, we're gonna fill it up to 20 litres, I think it was. And yeah, we check the temperature. At the moment it's 26, so let's get filling. Just an old saucepan, folks, full of water. That's how we're doing it. I would prefer the beer to be colder than hotter. Let's go for that. Remember, stirring is a key fact. Indeed. All that oxygen you get into that liquid, the better. The yeast like oxygen as well, folks. They love it. What temperature are we at? 28, 26, we're fine. Great stuff. Let's get some more water. What are we at? Let's give it a stir, folks. What temperatures are we at? 24, 22. Smells good. Tastes good, smells good. You know, bugger this, I'm going to get it up to 23 litres. Damn it. Because remember, we lose some beer when we get the siphon it out, because of the sediment at the bottom. You lose a lot there. So that's probably about the bottom sediment wise. Let's get the beer, let's get some water in it and fill it up, boy. Alright, let's stir it, boy. We've got 23 litres, indeed. Get it stirred and get all the temperatures correct. So we're ready for the yeast and the hops. You know what I mean? So this is what it looks like at the moment. IKS high vis there. You've not seen that yet. It's Ali Laws does the same thing. I've got the idea from him. It's quite funny. So that's it. Let's see what the instructions say, folks. Add the boiling water. Add up to 20 litres, 20.5. I didn't do that. I just filled it right up anyway. What can I say? Make sure mix it thoroughly. Make sure it's all dissolved. That's what it's saying. Add the hop sachet. Add a complete sachet prior to adding the yeast. Right. Hop oil. Excuse me. So yeah, let's have a look. Add the hops sachet. Yeah, it doesn't say about mixing though. See what I mean? That's one thing they should say. Doesn't say that. Just says add it. Any scissors around here? No scissors, so we just have to use our hands. Wow! Holy Christ! You wouldn't think a white powder would smell so bloody great. Oh my God. Let's get it in. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix it in, folks. That's what I'm going to do. I might keep that. Right. It didn't say anything in the instructions. It's a bit of a shame, really. We'll mix it in and see what happens. Right, we're going to add this. What I do, I just sprinkle it and leave it, and that's it. That's how I do it. One of these grains multiplies into like millions, so it's like it really is mad. That's done. I've just got a bottle cap inside there just because I lost the insert. That's what that's all about. And I'll just stick that in the hole, and that's your lot. And when it starts bubbling, you know it's working. You know the yeast is doing its business with the malt. Smells good already. Right, so that's how you do that, folks. I will give you an update when it's ready for pressure barreling, and then we'll do the taste test after that and all that. I think the beer that I'm finishing off, the taste test was sort of on Matthew Williams' The Secret Vaults channel. You know, the crazy 11-hour stream. I think that was a taste test in itself, and I think the results are shown in it, aren't they? Really, absolutely mad. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited to get back into homebrew. Looking at a couple of kits. Simple beer homebrew refill kit. It's like a stout, it's Yorkshire stout. And all you need is a bag. Instead of a can, it's a bag, and you add the sugar, and away you go. Do the same method I've just done, but obviously add in the sugar to it. And £18.95, can't go wrong. So yes, I'm going to buy that very shortly, and it's going to be mad. I'm going to finish off the homebrew, what's left in that barrel, very shortly as well. So it's all going to be mad, folks. So thanks very much for watching. Check out Instagram, Facebook and all that jazz. IKS Exploration channel and all that. Explores, folks. That's what it's all about. Explores. Right. Thank you, folks, and see you later. Cheers.